prove it?
If I calculated, it's 38.9.
Yes, very good. So because we have to calculate it, right? Because we have to calculate. Then how we will calculate? We will change 4 root 9, so it will become 38.9, right? So this one, it will be 38.9. And this is 38.9. And I have another size. I have 15 and I have 36. Now, we want to prove these three sides represent a right triangle or not. These three sides represent a right triangle or not. What we have to do, we will separate them into 2 parts, right? Is there anyone can tell me?
I have a question.
Yes, honey.
Is 38.9 considered 39? Well, do we
Yeah, we can. Yes, we can work as approximately 39. Yes.
Okay.
Now we will divide our answer into 2 parts. The first part, it will be work with the longest side, which it was, we can say that this one represents t square. The other side we have a square plus b square. Then now we will substitute. So we have 4 square root 95 in the right side, and then all to the power of 2. And this side we have 15 to the power of 2 plus 36 to the power of 2. Then we will calculate now. The first one, 4 square root 95. It will be how many? 4 square root 9.
380.
It will be
380.
380. Agree with her? Agree with her? Put 4 square root 95 in a parentheses and then close it and make all to the power of 2.
1,500.
Yes, yes, exactly. It would be 1,520. 1,520. Then open a parentheses. Inside the parentheses, you will put 4 square root 95. Okay, the opposite side, we have 15 to the power of 2, then 15 to the power of 2 equal
225
plus 36 to the power of 2, it will be
1,296.
exactly 1,296. Their sum together, it will be how many?
1,520.
1,520. What do you know? Grade 9, grade 8?
They're the same.
They are the same, right? And once we have the two numbers are the same, so we can say that the triangle is
right.
Right, yes. So we have 1,520, 1,520. Then, yes. Someone said, Miss, do you have a question?
225 plus 1. Me. The sum of the second one will be 1,521.
36 to the power of 2, it will be 1,296 plus 225. It will be, yes, 1,521. Who said 1,120? 1,520. It will be.
Oh, yes, it was me. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Hannah. So it will be 1,521, right? So in this case, it will be a right triangle or not?
Obtuse.
This one,
Not alright.
it's not a right, number one, but it
This
will
will be acute.
It will be acute, yes. Why it will be acute? Why it will be acute?
Because the bigger is less than the
Yes, because the squared of the largest side is smaller than the sum of squared of the other two sides. But if the question will say if it's a right triangle or not, so we will say no, it's not a right angle triangle. If the question will ask classify the triangle, so the triangle it will be acute angle triangle. Okay, any questions so far about this? Any question?
No, thank you.
Okay, let's take another question. In this question, it's your turn now. Please try to find the answer. Decided whether the set of numbers given below can represent the side lengths of a triangle. If they can, classify the triangle as right, acute, or obtuse. So this question, we are going to divide it into two parts. The first part is what, ya Maya? Maya. Maya, you joined us, right? We have to say that this one, we will decide that this set of numbers can represent a triangle or not. Is there anyone can tell me how we can make something like this? How we can make something like this?
Miss هو it's problem 3 ولا 4?
Problem 3.
Miss, can I answer? Okay.
Problem 3. Okay, Lujaina Ayman, you sent
Miss,
us
can I answer?
Yes, please, yeah, Lujaina.
First, we should identify the bigger number,
Okay,
which is 86.
thank you. With all my respect to you, yeah, Lujaina, but the question is
Okay.
into two parts. First, what? Represent a side of triangle or not?
The side length of a triangle.
Yes. Represent a side or not, and then classify the triangle. Okay. Then first, it will be this is 38. This is 77. Which one is the largest side?
Okay. هنعمل 86.
86. So 86 is the largest side. Okay. 86, and we will find the answer, the sum of the other two sides. So we talk 86, and then we are going to work with the other two sides. Their sum equal how many?
Miss, can you? I can't hear you really well.
Again, you will choose if you want to say if this represent numbers represent a side length of a triangle or not. So you have to put the largest one in one side, and then you will find the sum of the other two sides. So you have 38 plus 77. 38 plus 77, it will be 115.
And then 77 minus 38?
No, just a second. We found the sum of the other two sides, right? So the sum of those two sides is greater than the third side, then this numbers represent a triangle. Okay, so if you want to find or to know if this set of numbers represent a side or not, then we will add the two numbers together. We will put the largest number in your left hand. The other side, we will add two numbers together, and then it will be 86, and 77 plus 38, it will be 115. If the sum of the other two sides is greater than the longest one, so it will be a triangle. If it will be equal or less, it will not be a triangle. So this is the first part for our question, to answer the first part. Understood? What we have to do, because we said that in any triangle, the sum of any two sides should be greater than the third side. So it's more easier to deal with the largest one directly. What about if we want to prove now, ya Judy, ya Luigi, how we can prove that this triangle is a right angle triangle. Go on, Habibti.
First we should get the largest number, which is 86.
Yes,
And we should make 86 power of 2.
yes. So we are going to make 86 to the power of 2 in one
It's
side,
equal,
right? Will other side we're
yes.
going to put?
77
Yes,
power of 2
yes.
plus 38 power of 2.
Plus 38 power 2. Yes, very good. Plus 38 power of 2. It will be
77 power of 2 equal 5,929.
5,000. She's correct. Grade 8. Grade 8.
Yes.
2 and then 9 plus 38 to the power of 2. It will be
equal 1,444.
44. Okay, so the answer, it will be
the total is equal 7,373.
any mistake, grade 8? Correct with her.
No.
The other side we have 86 to the power of 2, then 86 to the power of 2, it will be
equal 7,396.
96. Okay. They are equal?
No,
No, they are not equal, which means
they're not a right angle
it
triangle.
will not be a right angle triangle. Thank you. So which means it's not a right angle triangle. Very good. So this one we will say, no, it's not a right angle triangle. So it's your turn now as an evaluation. So please, all the class will answer and then I will nominate someone to tell me the final answer. Okay, so it's compulsory to answer the next question, please. Yes, we said that it's not a right triangle, right? But how we can classify this triangle? It's 7,396 and 7,373. Which one is bigger?
This will be obtuse.
Can I answer?
Very good. Yes, yeah, Kenzie. Kenzie? I'm going to remove.
This will be obtuse because the bigger one, that is mean 86 power of 2 is 7,396.
Very good. Because the greatest one was 7,396 and this one was 7,373. So the greatest one was 86 to the power of 2. So the triangle, it will be obtuse angle triangle. So the triangle is obtuse triangle. Right? So again, we want to classify, or we want to know how we are going to find the numbers. Then first we have to determine if this set of numbers represent a triangle or not. Second, we have to classify a triangle. If it's right, then the square of the greatest side equal the sum of squares of the other two sides. Number two, if it's greater than, so it will be obtuse triangle. If it's less than, it will be acute triangle. Any questions so far, grade 8? Jana?
No, thank you.
Jana, did you understand this part here, Jana?
Yes.
Could you please explain to me again the part which we finished? And what we are looking for in this question? What we are looking for? To prove what?
If the foundation is rectangular.
Yes. How we can work with this one? We will choose the longest side, right?
Miss, I have a question.
Yes.
Miss, it's anything
So in this question, if we want to prove that this figure is a rectangular shape, so we have to find the length of the diagonal, and he gave it to us already in the question. It was 78. So the diagonal divided the foundation into two triangles. Compare the square of the length of the longest side with the sum of squares of the shorter sides of one of these triangles. Then by this way, we are going to make what? We will use 78 to the power of 2, and the other two sides were 30 squared plus 72 squared. Then David can conclude that both the triangles are right triangles. So once the two triangles are right, so the foundation is a parallelogram with two right angles, which implies that it's a rectangular shape. Okay, so how we will prove that this figure was a rectangular shape? As I said, it seems at the beginning it's a parallelogram, but we will use 78 to the power of 2 and then 72 to the power of 2, 30 to the power of 2. We found that the squared of the greatest one equals the sum of squared of the other, so it's represent a rectangular shape. So this was our lesson today about converse of Pythagorean theorem. I hope that you understood, and see you inshallah next week in our class. Do you have any question before we will end?